Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. This week I've had a blast spending time thinking about and talking to you about the different kinds of love from the Greek language that's used in the Bible, especially the New Testament. And we've talked about several different kinds of love that are talked about in the Bible. Notably, phileo love. Phileo love is an affection. It's a camaraderie. It's a buddy type love. We've talked about agapao. The noun is agape. That's a love that denotes, it can mean affection, but it's more a decision love, and it's a love that is tied in with service, with honoring and doing type thing. And those are great New Testament words. Now it's interesting. Agape, that noun of a service type love, is not really used much in the Greek world. In the hundreds and hundreds of years of the Greek language before the New Testament, that becomes a particular New Testament word that is used and then becomes part of the Greek language after the New Testament, by and large through the influence of Paul and John and those New Testament writers that used it a lot. Now, that doesn't mean that the verb form, agapao, wasn't used before the New Testament. It was. But that noun form of agape is a particularly New Testament type word. And a lot of scholars want to know why. Well, I can tell you one of the reasons why. There is a Greek word for love, very common outside of the Bible, but never used in the New Testament. That Greek word is erao is the verb, eros is the noun. We get the word erotic from it. And rightfully so, because the verb is one that references a passionate love, a lustful love even. It's a love that's centered upon me, what I want, what I like, what I need, my desire. And that's never used in your New Testament. That's not a type of love that's commensurate with the Christian faith and the Christian walk, because the Christian walk is one that's very other-centered. And so we have words like agape that become uniquely a New Testament Greek type word for love, because it's one that's not centered on my passions. It's not centered on my desires. It's centered on that decision I make to care about someone else's good, to serve someone else, to love someone else. And so when you get to the most famous passage perhaps on love, it's certainly in the New Testament, but maybe in history, you get to 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And there Paul is using agape love as he talks about the way that we should live. Paul says, if I speak in the tongues of angels and of men, but don't have agape love, a love that cares about others, is concerned about others, then I'm nothing better than a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. He says, I can have prophetic powers. I can have faith that moves mountains. But if I don't have love, I'm useless. The kind of love he's talking about is one that's patient and kind. It's not arrogant. It's not rude. It doesn't boast. It doesn't insist on its own. It rejoices at good things from other people with the truth. This is a love that believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. This is an agape love. This is what we are called to in our highest and best use. And we may get confused when we start thinking that love is a passion. Oh, there is passionate love, but that's not what we're called to exhibit as believers. We're called to uniquely exhibit a love that's so special. Paul basically invents the noun out of the verb. At least he's one of the few New Testament writers who really goes to town on it. So my thought for the day as we end this up is I want to be a person who cares and loves about other people. I want that phileo love, the bonding, the brotherhood, sisterhood. I want the parental love, the love of a child, but I also want that service love that makes a decision to live for others' good, because that's the highest and best use of my life and yours. Hey, I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Plug into church somewhere, somehow this weekend. Spend some time with God. Have a good day.